12. Of course, fight number 12 will be for the Amateur Bantamweight Championship and is brought to you by QSEC Security. Introducing first, out of the red corner, Scotty the Sting Nicholson. Well, gentlemen, back into the titles we go. 3 fights left here this evening, I believe, or 4 fights, sorry. So this fight number 12 making the walk now. Scotty Nicholson, he's dropped down to bantamweight for the first time in his career and he has felt fantastic. I spoke to him a little bit yesterday and he said it was the easiest weight cut he's ever had despite previously fighting at featherweight. He said he's changed up his diet, he's cleaned it up and the weight's just fallen off him.
And he looks good too. He doesn't look drawn out. He doesn't look like he's suffered. He's ready to go. Look, as we've said, MMA guys come from all different backgrounds. Lawyers, teachers. And our Scotty Nicholson here is a toy collector.
Yep. He runs a toy shop that does a lot of video game sales and things like that called Toy Lectables. And what he actually does for some of the local kids in the community is pretty awesome. He invites them down to the shop, they play video games all day, he buys them lunch, gets them to hang out with him and keeps them out of trouble. So he's an absolute lovely human being. He's a gentleman outside the cage but an absolute savage inside. Ryan, of course, his last fight was against your pupil, Julian Prowse. What did you see in the tape study of Scotty Nicholson?
We had a look and there's a few things that he done in previous fights that we thought we'd be able to capitalise on. But I'm very interested to see if they fixed that up. And if I was Deegon, I'd be doing the same blueprint that Julian used. And I think that Scotty needs to move.
And introducing his opponent, out of the blue corner, Deegon, the Axeman, McGurren.
I think we need to mention the fact that Deegon did miss weight. This was the first time attempting to hit bantamweight, and he missed the mark by 600 grams.
Yep.
So in response to that, Scotty has chosen the choice that if Deegon was to win here tonight, that he does not get the belt, that the belt will still be vacant. It's something that I'm strongly against, people missing weight, but I think what Deegon probably should have done is as a pre-weight cut. He should have attempted to make bantamweight at a period of time beforehand to see how he fared getting down there and whether it was actually achievable. From what I heard, he actually got back into the sauna, wasn't feeling too great and just wasn't sweating.
Yeah, it was a health issue that they essentially decided to end him trying to cut any further weight for Deegon's health. So interested to see how he performs tonight and if that extreme weight cut, does potentially hinder him here in the cage.
What do you think about the weight cut issue, Ryan? I think nutrition's a huge part of a fighter's, I suppose, department in which they need to really get on top of.
Oh, for sure. It's and a lot of the amateur fighters, like you said, they probably should have done a pre-cut. You should have done one before just to see if you could get down there. Because you can always get down to those last 2 kilos and then nothing's going to come out, So we're going to see how it affects him tonight.
And you can see guys like in the UFC at the moment, the guys like the fighter dietitian and stuff that are coming out and just making it a true science.
It's a true science.
It's no longer guesswork.
No.
So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 12 this evening brought to you by QSEC Security. It is, of course, the amateur bantamweight title bout, which will be contested over 5 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 61.3 kilos and trains out of Tribal MMA. He holds an amateur record of 2 wins for 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Scotty the Sting Nicholson. And out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 62.5 kilos and trains out of Rhino MMA. A 7-fight amateur veteran, he holds 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Deegon, the Axeman McGurren.
All right, gentlemen, you both know the rules. Protect yourself at all times. listen to my instructions all the times. Have fun, guys.
And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Carl Anderson. As a result of Deegon McGurren missing a weight yesterday, he will not be eligible to become the bantamweight champion here in this bout. All right, gentlemen, so here we go. Scotty Nicholson kicks to the body. Deegon McGurren up against the fence. So, of course, Deegon's victories inside the cage, both first-round submissions. So he does fancy himself in the grappling department here in this fight. And look at this, straight into back control.
Yeah. Deegon actually won a Sunshine Coast competition jiu-jitsu there, blue belt division, and he looks like he's putting into great work here, getting straight on the back of Scott Nicholson here, outstanding.
I think he's trying to lock in the body triangle. I think he's got it. Not quite sure. No, he's just using it to control him at the moment.
Yeah, in that comp, he actually beat some really credentialed grapplers too. Beat the current Pan Pac champion in that weight class. Submitted him.
Mate, he's huge leaps in his grappling. The guys up there at Rhino MMA.
I tell you what though, Ryan, if there's one thing that Scotty Nicholson showed off in his championship loss to Julian Prowse, it was fantastic submission defense.
He won't give up. He's in early trouble here with Deegan. He gets the hooks in. He wants to stay in aim for him here, so he's going to shrug him off his shoulder.
Oh, look at this. He's potentially maybe looking to get some sort of triangle locked up.
That's pretty slick, actually.
I think he's looking for an armbar from underneath. He might want to roll him, grab the ankle, and roll him.
Yeah, he's starting to
he's going to go stay in the back.
Nice.
Stay in the back. You don't want to lose that position there.
Beautiful technical grappling from Deegon McGurren.
Rhino's obviously done some great work with these guys because their ability to switch and change and mix it up on the ground has been exceptional. It's been great to see.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, of course, Rhino headed up by the husband and wife team. There he goes. He's under his chin there with a thumb.
Oh, this is...
Here we go. Here we go. He's got the other side. That was beautifully done. That was beautifully done. Scotty's not going to give up, though, that easy. So he's got it under the chin.
Oh, this could be over here quickly. Scotty Nicholson in a world of trouble. Deegon McGurren.
He's gear.
Oh, wow. Scott Nicholson.
Nice. You want to punch him.
Nothing but heart.
Julian said that he was very, very, very durable.
Yep.
Like he felt he never gave up at all in the fight. So
exactly what it looked like.
Hopefully Deegan is not going to blow his arms out here trying to put that choke on. Just a little bit of inexperience might cause him to fall off here. I'd just stay on the back here and start punching, get that right hand out and just keep punching. Because Scotty's trying to get that knee back in.
It's one of those things. I think Deegan's record doesn't actually reflect his ability.
Absolutely.
5 losses, 2 wins. It's not a true representation of the Deegan that we're watching in the cage at the moment. That's for sure.
I feel like around the Julian Prowse fight, we really saw Deegan turn a corner.
Yeah, that's right.
While he actually lost to Julian, he looked fantastic in that match and gave Julian probably one of his tougher fights.
Yeah, he did. Look at this. Nice ground and pound at the end.
So he really is a different fighter over the past 12 to 18 months.
Well, he definitely has made leaps and bounds, improvements here.
It's a shame that he didn't make that
weight
category,
absolutely.
actually, to be honest, because I think he'd be a very dominant bantamweight title holder if he was to win.
All right, the guys at Tribal here going to work there with Scott.
So traditionally speaking, as we mentioned, Deegan's 2 wins in his career did come by first round submission. I'd like to highlight his most recent victory on the last show, Coastal Combat 6. He took home submission of the night honours, got a rear naked choke, and listen to the time here, 2:59 of round 1. It was literally the last second that he managed to squeeze the tap out of Liam Brewster. So pretty phenomenal stuff there from Deegan McGurren. A real, it's not over till it's over type attitude.
I think Scotty's got to move. He doesn't want to get caught back on the cage.
And speaking to Scott's grip, you can actually see on his pants there, he's got failure is not an option written. And his fighting style certainly personifies that.
There we go again.
Which is something that you brought up at the start that you would have liked to have seen a little bit more movement side to side from, lovely
nice jab
to stuff it up. And again.
Nice. How's the entry there? Just waited for that.
Good hips on Scott Nicholson though. Managed to shake him high.
It's a left knee you want to be putting in there. There's a nice leg trip. There we go. He's looking for the double leg there. Go back to the single. There he's got the double now. As soon as he crossed his legs over, you can't really cross your legs over and do that. His head's going to come out. He's going to grab onto his wrist.
He's got to grab that overhook.
Yeah, he's going to grab that wrist there. He's going to get that leg in. There we go. He's grabbing the wrist. Yep.
I don't know if we should have Ryan. It's like a mystic ball here, eh?
What's going on over there?
Word.
He's calling it.
Can you just tell me the next 2.5 minutes, please? I don't have to watch it.
He's going to grab the ankle here. You should grab it and pull him back.
Yeah, pick the ankle.
That's what Julian was doing.
Yeah.
Julian hits angles on him. Here we go. Very nice.
Again, they keep attacking that front leg where they should be attacking the back.
Yeah. There you go.
Lovely takedown.
Very nice.
Oh, awkward position.
Almost
very
looks
awkward
like
position.
He's going to push the right there over the mount. Yep, right.
Ooh, nice little sweep. No. Can he use it to stand up?
That was his opportunity to explode. Nice wrist control here from Deegan on the far side wrist. Scotty Nicholson once again in a spot of trouble here in round 2.
Ooh, use it.
Hey, it's on mount now. There you go.
Use the wall kick off.
Yeah,
watch the triangle. Watch the triangle. It's one of Deegan's best submissions.
Pop his head out. He should be all right. Oh, it's tight.
He's got the inverted triangle. No, he's out. He's out.
Oh, he's popped his head back in.
Put himself back in. He's going to have to walk his legs up the fence. He's going to have to try to jump over. If he sits up, he's going to get put in here. He's out.
Beautiful.
Lovely job. Man, there is no quit to Scotty Nicholson at all.
You're going to bring the hands on the inside there and you're going to start punching.
And he's a real fan favourite of the Coastal Combat crowd for that reason.
The triangle.
Wow, that's tight. That is definitely tight. Right. I think he might be going to sleep here.
Yeah, you'd have to put Scott to sleep for him to give up. Surely he's out.
Deegan
McGurren. Deegan McGurren. Wow.
Lovely work.
Second round triangle choke victory for Deegan McGurren. Unfortunately, he will not be taking home the bantamweight title. But Scotty Nicholson there, disappointed with that loss, but he showed nothing but heart as expected. Win, lose or draw, that man is certainly one to watch.
Well, I mean, the Rhino lads have done an excellent job tonight. 3 from 3.
3 from 3, I believe, yeah.
They're showing up. They're getting in better shape all the time. Their skills are elevating because they're taking those hard fights early. And now they're reaping the rewards. He's definitely worked on his wrestling. An amazing performance there. He was pretty calm. He got everything that he went for. Scott just didn't have any answers there tonight.
He's going to have a little bit of stuff now to go home and really work on if he wants to make those changes to develop in the future.
That's right. Scotty looked like he put himself into shape. He got into really good shape there, didn't he?
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 34 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by submission due to a triangle choke in the blue corner, Deegan, the Axeman McGurren. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Deegan McGurren, getting things done by triangle choke in the second round. Of course, those people that have been around you, watched you fight or watched you compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments, know that the triangle is one of your go-to submissions. Talk to me a little bit about the finish.
Well, I seen that I had one arm as well as his head, but I was kind of on his back. So I thought if I just spun around and got my leg up there and I got him in that and I was striking for a while, and I lost it and got guard. And I felt that he was a bit tired, so I fed my knee up past his leg. And as soon as I got it on the outside, I just changed my hips and then got my leg over.
Well,
That's that.
Well, it was a fantastic finish, and of course, unfortunately, there were some issues with the scale yesterday. It didn't appear to hinder your performance at all tonight. What do you think's in the future for you?
I don't think bantamweight's for me. It's a bit light. I had a lot of trouble and I didn't even get there. So I'll probably stay at featherweight.
Well, we can't wait to see you back in the cage. Congratulations on another fantastic submission victory. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-fight win streak for the Axeman.